Hey guys, it's Trevor Carlson at Heritage Reverse Mortgage. We are Southern Utah's reverse mortgage specialists. Hey, I'm posting this video today to go along with an article I've written about how a reverse mortgage can help to protect your retirement assets once you've left the workforce. And this is something that I enjoy writing about because when I jumped into the mortgage business, it was just about a year before things came tumbling down in the financial world and in the mortgage industry. That's when the Great Recession began. It was about 10 years ago. And so as I've learned about reverse mortgages and as I've had a little bit more experience over the last decade, I've learned to see how this could be a tool to protect you against the future. One of the thoughts that was in my mind as I wrote the article is one of my college professors as I was going through my bachelor's degree in business management. I had a professor, and his situation was that he had worked his whole career at an accounting firm in California, had an incredible nest egg built up in his retirement, and then the crash. And unfortunately, his company went out of business, and all of his money that he had stashed aside in retirement assets was gone. And so here he finds himself in his early 60s, ready to go into retirement, but absolutely nothing to retire on. And so he ended up taking a job at SUU as a professor just so he could survive and rebuild some of that retirement money. And so I kind of illustrate this in the article where I talk about if he had had a reverse mortgage or somebody in that situation, let's imagine we go back 10 years, somebody took out a reverse mortgage in 2006, and so they have this asset of money that they can draw on in case things get bad. Because what happens is when the market crashes, if somebody's entering retirement, they've got to pull that money so they can live. But if you begin drawing your money after the market's already fell by 50%, then there's not enough time for your money to recover. And so here we are 10 years later, the market has more than doubled, almost tripled since its lowest point in 2009. But those people that began drawing on their money in 2008 have no way of recovering all of those losses that they suffered. And so with a reverse mortgage, you have another option because with that same person with a reverse mortgage could have lived off of their reverse mortgage for many years, for up to a decade. Their retirement assets would still be fully intact and would have more than doubled up to this point based on how the stock market has recovered since that crash. And so it again, as I meet with people, as I sit down with people, their primary focus is very unilateral. They're looking at what happens to the equity in my home. And so it becomes my job or my responsibility to help them to kind of open their vision a little bit more and see everything that has to do with their retirement. See what's going to happen with my 401k if the market goes through another correction. What's going to happen with my IRA? What about medical expenses? What about this and this? And so when you're considering a reverse mortgage, don't just focus on what happens to the home and the equity in the home. You've got to consider how a reverse mortgage will protect everything else. So that whether you live to be 72 or 102, you know that you have enough to get you through. And so have a read of the article. If you have questions, thoughts, comments, of course, leave them for me or give me a call or shoot me an email. You can reach me at 435-359-9000. You can also visit us on our website at www.heritagereversemortgage.com. Thank you guys again. Merry Christmas, which is in a couple of weeks, and I hope you have a great, safe month and holiday. All right, we'll see you.